Please listen carefully. Some people work for a business, and some people work in their own business. Which would you prefer to do, and why? Include details and examples in your explanation. You may begin to prepare your response after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep. Please listen carefully. The University of the Rockies Financial Aid Office has posted information about work-study grants. You will have 45 seconds to read the announcement. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students as they discuss the announcement.
Hey, do you know anything about the work-study program?
A bit. You know that guy, Jim,
Uh-huh.
in our philosophy class? Well, he got a grant. You have to fill in papers about your financial needs, and then you're allotted an amount of money that you can earn and told how much you get per hour.
Oh, do you know how much he was paid?
He was allotted the full amount. You know, Jim's from a big family, so money's tight.
Uh-huh. Hey, I heard there's an opening in the astronomy department. That would give me some good job experience. You applying for something?
Well, it'd be nice to get some job experience and be able to work on campus, but I'm not eligible. You have to really need financial aid. And between my summer job and my parents helping me out, well...
Oh, you know what? I earned some money last summer. I wonder if I'll qualify.
Maybe not for the full amount. Why don't you just go fill out the financial needs assessment form and find out? No harm in trying.
Now get ready to answer the question. The woman expresses her desire for a work-study job. State the requirements necessary for taking part in the program and explain the advantages discussed. You may begin to prepare your response after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
In this question, you will read a short passage, listen to a talk, and answer a question about them. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare a response and 60 seconds to record the response. You will have 50 seconds to read the passage. Begin reading now. Now listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
A perfect example of this concept is pronghorns and antelope. The pronghorn is found in North America, but bears a striking resemblance to the antelope, which is native to Africa. Their habitats are very far apart, but they are both flat and grassy plains with very few trees. Both of these animals evolved to eat grass, obviously, and Since there is nowhere to hide in their natural environments, they've both evolved features that let them easily notice predators and quickly run away from them. They both have slender but powerful legs suited for bursts of speed, oversized lungs, and even huge eyes that give them a vast field of vision. A different example would be bats and dolphins. Clearly, no one is ever going to mix up a bat and a dolphin. They're totally different animals. But they do have similar habitats. Consider the fact that bats live in dark caves. They also do most of their hunting late at night when, of course, it's very dark out. Now, dolphins live in the ocean, and the ocean is also a very dark place. Deep in the ocean, most species can only see a few feet ahead, even in very clear water. To survive without being able to see well, both of these species developed a trait called echolocation. This is the ability to emit high-frequency noises which echo off of their surroundings. They both listen for the echoes of the noises to locate objects in the environment.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.
Please listen carefully. Listen to part of a lecture in a cultural studies class.
Although the entertainment industry is concerned with telling a good story, it has had a profound effect on people's conceptions and misconceptions of the world around them. Let me give you an example. There are many films and TV programs in which a serious crime takes place and a police detective solves, or maybe doesn't solve, the crime. It appears that these fictional crimes, added to news reports of real crime, cause viewers' perception of the rate of criminal behavior to outrank, to exaggerate reality. In other words, the actual, let's say, murder rate is probably well below people's perception of the murder rate. I've just been talking about misconceptions of crime rates, but there are other misconceptions which may be more harmful. Now, I'm not saying that believing in an exaggerated level of criminality, say a high murder rate, isn't harmful. It could cause a lot of people undue stress, for example. But what I mean is misconceptions about race and gender stereotypes. A person of a different race or a female being typecast into certain roles. Think about, for example, the portrayal of a person in a wheelchair. He or she is either portrayed as overcoming incredible odds to do heroic deeds, or, on the other hand, being a helpless victim. Does this promote understanding or misconceptions? In the movies, doctors perform miracles, lawyers win cases, and crime scene investigators find the evidence. People in these actual professions often get clients with unreasonable expectations. Professional people comment that the reality of their daily routine, their job, is seldom like that portrayed in the media. Students are sometimes disillusioned about their career choice because the job seemed much more interesting in the television program than in reality. Unfortunately, we make these judgmental mistakes about our own society, knowing full well the existence of the fantasy created by the media industry.
Now get ready to answer the question. Using points and examples from the lecture, explain how the media has contributed to misconceptions about the real world. You may begin to prepare your response after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
I would rather like to start my own business rather than indulge in somebody's business for two important reasons. First of all, there is exactly no constraint when I'm into a business of my own. For example, I can come and go at any time, and I can expand the business to multiple countries without getting the consent of anyone, and I can do whatever I think. Secondly, I can earn humongous profit of my own business. Rather, I do not have to wait for salary hikes. I can set up the salary ranges for my employees and hire talented people, thus taking my business to greater heights. The reading states that University of Rocky has announced a financial aid program to benefit graduate and undergraduate students to earn up to $3,000 for a minimum wage and provide certain conditions for it. Like students have to be full-time employed and they have to demonstrate financial aid. The woman wants to enroll in one of the job programs in astronomy department, but she's skeptical about her experience in it because the man says that he was not eligible for the program because he earns much from a summer job and his parents are supporting him. Moreover, the man encourages the woman to apply for it since one of his friends, Jim, has got a full scholarship but he was in need of it. Hence, the better suggestion would be the woman has to fill out the application form and find out for herself on how much money is she eligible for the aid.
According to the reading, convergent evolution is when animals living far apart from each other evolve the same features or characteristics. The professor elaborates on this. First, he explains why antelope and pronghorns look similar. He says that their habitats are distant from each other, but both are flat grasslands with few trees. They need to be able to notice predators quickly and escape from them. As a result, both species have evolved legs and lungs that help them run quickly and huge eyes that improve their vision. Next, he explains that bats and dolphins share a unique feature. He mentions that bats live in dark caves and hunt at night, and that dolphins live in the ocean, which is also very dark. To survive without being able to see well, both species have evolved to use echolocation to spot objects in their surrounding environment.
The professor states that how entertainment industry has a good story at the same time has an effect on conceptions or misconceptions. Basically, he states that the media like films and television have an impact on serious crime. The police often detect, they solve or don't solve the crime, but they exaggerate the rate of criminal behavior, whereas the actual criminal rate is far below. Moreover, the professor states the harmful misconceptions the media portrays are that of gender stereotypes of how females are portrayed in certain roles. Moreover, the person in wheelchair can be seen as those overcoming the odds and becoming successful, or being a helpless victim, which can be harmful. Moreover, the professor states that the unreasonable expectations are turned into realities and students are disappointed when they are fantasized about the careers that are misconceptualized in the media.